Well, greetings. I thought I would take a few minutes and share with you some of my Steve Scout. The Steve Scout line is both Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts. I was introduced to this at Joe Lanta a few years ago. They had both African Americans and Caucasians or Europeans in the series. The one thing that I've learned about these figures is that they are very fragile. If you're going to move them, you have to move them very slow, and you have to work with them. You just can't move them like normal figures. You have to kind of play with it a little bit, maybe even heat up the joints a little bit before you move them. They do get loose. Some of them, like the heads, will get loose, and when they get loose, there's not really anything that you can do. Some people have said you can put the plumber's tape around it. I've tried, and I've had some success, and sometimes it just didn't work. But anyway, it's an interesting set because I like the way that they designed the uniforms to be pretty authentic. They are not made real cheap, but yet at the same time they're not the best and highest quality. The belts usually break or come apart. The thread gives loose, or the glue gives loose, and they no longer hold. Of course, you can make repairs, and I could, but I've just not done that. Left them the way they are just because that's the condition they're in, and so I leave them in that condition. I've not been able to get the mail away. There was one other mail away, Steve Scout, and he is pretty rare, pretty hard to find. I've seen him, I think, twice, but was always outbid. I have been lucky enough to pick up some of these pieces. Even though this boat is probably one of the best boats that I've found. I think I've had about 3 or 4 at one time or another. And this is one of the best ones I've found. It's still broken in one spot right there. Right there. But it doesn't hurt the ability to play with it. They come with a Boy Scout. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see. You can see the emblem on the paddle. The Boy Scout emblem even comes on the paddle. They come with paddles. The Jeep is a little interesting Jeep. I don't think that Lego sticker originally came with it, but it was on it when I got it, so I didn't take it off. It has, of course, the rope and hook to be able to crank yourself out of some kind of trouble that you might be in, to winch it out. You have the windshield, a spare tire. Over here you had a fire extinguisher, and I forget the other pieces that went there, but even though I may have them, these plastics are just so delicate that I've never tried to press it in there. Just didn't want to take a chance. As I said, everything about this series is delicate, and it does break easily. And so I recommend not pushing anything. The inside has, the steering wheel and the gear shift. Another thing I thought was interesting is this little piece here. And when I got it, I didn't have any idea what it was, so I went and read up on it a little bit and looked at some of the pictures about the set, and found out that it operates as a jack. There's a little hole in there that you can actually push the whole Jeep up, and then you've been able to jack it up now, and then you could take this right here and you could remove the nut to change your tire. So I thought that was kind of cool. I've never tried it, so I don't know if it really works, but it is interesting that they gave you a jack to be able to remove your tire and change it if you needed to or if you wanted to. I thought that was neat. Over here by the winch, you get a little place where you can put this in and actually crank the winch one way or another. And like I said, it fits in there very well, but it doesn't crank very well. So I'm always careful, to move the winch with the crank, for fear of maybe breaking something internally. So I don't usually do that. But anyway, it also comes with the little trailer. The trailer is, just a regular trailer that hooks on the back, has the same type wheels. You could, basically, I believe you're supposed to take the paddles and put them inside, and then you're supposed to use these little projections and put the boat over top of them so that it kind of fits in like that. I've seen pictures of it like that. Like I said, I don't know if that's the actual way that it goes, but I've seen pictures of it like that. It's just a really neat set. Like I said, I've got a lot more pieces, but I just wanted to show a few of them. The set back there, I haven't put it all together, but that's a weather station so that they can actually test for the weather. So, a lot of fun. Some of this stuff was also seen in Big Jim. In other words, it was interchangeable. You'd see this lantern with Steve Scout, but you'd also see the lantern with Big Jim. The backpack, it even has a sleeping bag that it comes with. Some people tie the neck. I take a little bead and just slip the bead on there. I think it works a little bit better with the bead. Well, anyway, just wanted to show you a few of my Steve Scouts. Thanks for watching. I'll come back another day and show you some more things. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for joining me. Bye now.